I would say I started the program purely for weight loss. I actually think I came across you on Instagram drinking orange juice, and you were like, "Don't you wish you could drink orange juice?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes. Who is this person? I want to do what she's doing. I haven't had orange juice in forever." And so I was really trying to lose weight. I had gained some weight. It wasn't coming off regardless of the workouts I did. So for me, I started with a mindset of I would just love to lose weight. And I have. I don't have my numbers memorized, but I think I'm down a little over 20 pounds. I've lost multiple inches, especially in my midsection. And so, from that aspect, my body composition has changed in general.
I'm Kitty Bloomfield, co-founder of New Strength and Saturée, creator of pro-metabolic food supplements and seriously saturated skincare. And today I'm joined by one of our beautiful clients, Corey. She's single. She is 43 and she lives in the US. She's a nurse, but she's not that's terrible. I wouldn't say she's not just a nurse because being a nurse is awesome, but she's been a nurse for a long time and she's doing some pretty cool things now, but her job is or jobs, I should say, are quite stressful. So welcome to the podcast.
Hello, happy to be here.
Yeah, it's so good. So, well, do you want to start with just tell the listeners, like what was happening to you prior to joining the program, like some of the issues that you had and why did you join?
Sure. So I actually didn't realize I had as many issues I did until I joined the program. Because I think you likely think, oh, it's just supposed to be hard when you get into your 40s. Weight is just going to sit there. I was working out consistently, but I didn't realize how bad my sleep was. I had gained a lot of weight during just the pandemic, being stressed, being in healthcare, and was just like, nothing's going to change. So I wasn't sleeping well. I don't think I had a great response to stress. Being a nurse, you don't eat when normal people eat. So you're
Mm,
grabbing food, you're throwing things in your pockets because you're on the run. And that just doesn't, I've learned now what to put in my pockets. But I think the biggest things were just the sleep and then I was not moving as much as I should. Um, I'm much more active now in very small ways.
mm,
So,
it's so good. And how long have you been in the
yeah.
program?
I think I'm starting my second year.
That's so
Um,
crazy.
I know. I don't know if it's embarrassing or not, but
No, it's so
Kathleen,
good. The lady I just remember told you I was
yeah.
chatted to two other clients. She's been in the program 2 years. And I said to her,
Oh,
because I
great.
remember signed her up and I was like, how long have you been in the program? She's like, I said, fuck off. You've been in the program 2 years?
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe we spoke. Like, it feels like not that long.
Right. No, it doesn't feel not, like that long. But I laugh because Kathleen recently told me, because my goal was to do a year, and then Kathleen was very astute, and she's a fantastic coach. But she goes, those of us who know what we're doing still pay someone else to do it for us because we just don't want to take the time to figure it out. And that was like huge to me because I'm like, I don't have time to figure this out. I want someone to tell me what to do when I work out and what to eat or help me figure it out. So yeah, it's been 2 years. I still have goals, so we're gonna keep going.
I love that. I love that. I'm the same. I
Yeah.
love having coaches and we're always working because we're
Mhm.
learning. And yeah, it's awesome. All right. So, what are the results you've seen in the program? So, talk about body composition, weight loss, improvements in health, mindset stuff.
Sure. Well, I would say I started the program purely for weight loss. I actually think I came across you on Instagram drinking orange juice, and you were like, "Don't you wish you could drink orange juice?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes. Who is this person? I want to do what she's doing. I haven't had orange juice in forever." And so I was really trying to lose weight. I had gained some weight. It wasn't coming off regardless of the workouts I did. So for me, I started with a mindset of I would just love to lose weight. And I have. I don't have my numbers memorized, but I think I'm down a little over 20 pounds. I've lost multiple inches, especially in my midsection. Um, and so, from that aspect, my body composition has changed in general. But then there's the whole benefit of just mindset, like my sleep. We always talk about how your sleep is so important, but it was so hard to actually put some of those things into practice. And it's taken Kathleen kind of saying, well, did you try this? And how about this? And, um, I'm a proud wearer of an Aura ring for a year and can tell you my trends are just like so fun to watch. I'm a nurse, so of course I love the data. But I feel so much more rested. I feel less stressed out during the day because I've actually recovered overnight. I can do a full 7 to 8 hours without waking up. And then aside from that, just I don't know, it should be so obvious, especially to a nurse, but I was not as mobile. I think I was so tired by the end of the day. I live on a hill, a very steep hill, and I distinctly remember about 2 years ago, I could not make it up that hill. It's probably a quarter of a mile at a steady incline. I could not make it up that hill without stopping 2 to 3 times, which was ridiculous for a 40-year-old in my mind. I was like, how can you not walk up the hill?
Mm.
And now I can bust it up the hill without stopping and keep going without losing my breath, just from, without even doing extensive cardiac. I mean, I do weightlifting and walking. That's what I do. And it's impressive to me how much I notice even like my cardiac, that's not the right word, but my cardiac fitness is better. Um, Without doing those terrible hit workouts or feeling like I'm going to die on a fast-paced bike or something.
Like an
So
RPM. Oh my God. I used to do that shit so much.
I know,
Oh.
I'm like, why am I so hot? I'm so red. I hate this. Why am I doing this? So I think, sure, the weight loss is amazing, but I think just the approach to a healthy lifestyle has
Mm,
been probably what I've gained from the program, even more so.
mm. Oh, so good. And how many calories are you eating now?
Well, right now I'm about 1900. We're doing a little bit of a bulk. I really do well when I'm lifting as heavy as I can. When Kathleen pushes me down to do weight loss, which, I need to do, I'm like, oh God, I'm just doing the same workout over and over again, but it gets great results. But right now I'm eating about 1900 calories and really pushing in the gym.
That's awesome.
I like
Are you
that.
loving it? Yeah, me too. I love to
I
lift it,
do.
eat the food, and lift the heavy weights. Me too. That's so good. Oh,
I
that's so
do.
good.
I
Uh,
know. I like the heavy lifting. It just keeps you interested, right? Like, can I
yeah,
get 5 more pounds on my deadlift? Can I,
yeah.
that
It's
kind
so
of stuff.
exciting, isn't it? It really
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
exciting. And what did you find the most? What have you found the most challenging about the program?
Oh, I know I should have an answer for this. And I'm sure at different times following the eating. I used to have a catering company. I come from a long line of cooks. And so I do love food. And initially, it took me a second to realize the best food for where I'm at, because I really think my metabolism was off, my digestion was off. And so going back to just the basics of whole food that, maybe aren't really creative, but
Mm.
they digest easily. I felt satiated. I'll never forget Kathleen. I think I probably pushed back early on. I was like, but I love a salad in the summer. She's like, fine, eat it. Tell me what happens 30 minutes later. And I was at work and I was like, oh yeah, 30 minutes later, it's just all coming out of me. I'm obviously not digesting all of those raw vegetables.
Wow. Oh, that's so
So
funny.
I think the hardest part initially was the food, but now I'm like, oh, I love my rice and I love my ground beef. And I do pretty simple things just so I can cook for the week and have my lunch to pull. I'm sure
Mm.
you could do maybe something more exciting. I follow a lot of the food that you post, but
Yeah, I
now
like
it's
to
not a
keep it
problem.
simple. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It
it's
just,
not hard now.
and I love cooking too. And on the weekends, if I've got a bit more time and I'm feeling a
Hmm.
bit more creative, I'll just make something a bit more in
Yeah,
depth. But during the week, like, I just love the slow cooker. I cooked one of my friend
right.
Leela's. I shared her curry. It was so easy. Just throw
Hmm.
the beef cheeks in, the can of coconut milk, all the spices, overnight on low, cook up
Well,
some
and then you
rice.
just totally, and then you
Yeah.
don't feel like, I don't have it. I just pull it out of my fridge
Yeah.
and it's there. There's no guesswork. I'm not ever left without a meal.
Yep.
I always have it and I know what I'm eating. So I like that. The other thing I think was hard was all the walking, even though I love it. Where I
Mm.
live in the United States is dark and rainy a lot.
Mm.
And so it took me like 6 months to realize the huge impact those things would happen. So I
Mm.
walk in the dark now in a rain jacket. And it's really calming to the mind. But I do think that that took a second. I mean, I'll send Kathleen pictures of Christmas time and it's like pouring rain and it's pitch black.
I think
She's like,
actually, do you feel
oh
like
yeah.
it is therapeutic to walk in the rain? Don't you reckon?
I
Yeah.
actually, well, I just think walking in general after a day of work. I mean, I
Yeah.
manage 55 people on my
Wow.
staff. So it's like,
Wow.
I don't have
Oh,
children, but I have constant
55
people
children.
just,
Yeah.
yes, coming at me. And I work with a lot of surgeons and they need a lot of help all the time. So I just think walking at the end of a day, even if it's like today, I knew I had a lot going on after work, but I could stop for 20 minutes and take a couple laps around a park.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
make it manageable. It doesn't have to be 6 miles, and
yeah. I love
so
that.
I find, and even walking in the rain, it's kind of quiet and nobody else is out there, so you
Mm.
don't have to talk to anyone.
Yeah, I love
Makes
that.
me sound totally antisocial, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I've had enough. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, I just need some quiet time, thanks very much. Well, no
Yeah,
wonder with 55 bloody direct reports, that's
yeah,
amazing. And
yeah.
what did you love most? So what do you love most?
Well, I mean, I do love the training.
Mm,
I've lifted weights probably for the majority of my working out life. But I think having a specific program, and Kathleen has just put together really great programs. I think having a coach I've really loved the most,
mm,
because it's not overly intrusive. I check in once a
mm,
week. I record the most ridiculous things in the gym because I'm terrible at recording. And Kathleen laughs at me, and it just feels like, okay, this is fun. This is my friend, and she's telling me how to do this better. But I love having the program. I get weird looks in the gym because people don't expect me to lift like that,
mm.
which I think is kind of fun because there's not very many people at a gym at 5 o'clock in the morning and they're all looking at you like, whoa. But so
Yes, I love
I
it.
didn't expect that out of you. So I think that's been really helpful. And even as much as I would love to say I hated taking body progress pictures, I actually kind of came to love it because you can
Mm,
see, even if I didn't feel like, oh, I didn't lose any weight this week, but I came down an inch in my waist. I just think seeing that was really good,
mm.
helpful.
Yeah, I agree. And do you think you would have got the results you did without the coaching?
Not for me. Um, no, because I think I needed someone to hold me accountable. It's so easy to slip back into the old ways, right? Like, I don't have time. I'm just going to grab this seedy protein bar, which tastes terrible, while I'm doing whatever. But I think just having that weekly accountability, and I think even on weeks that I didn't adhere to a plan as best as I could, I used to do it out of fear, like, oh my gosh, Kathleen's going to be so mad. It was just so good to have someone say, wasn't your week, but this is what you did good, and this is what you're going to do next week. And I just think for me, that was a huge benefit. It's why I keep coming back.
Mm, so good. And
Yeah,
finally, if a woman is sitting on the fence about joining the program, what would you say to her?
just jump in. With both feet. Your team, now granted, I did my initial call with you and then Kathleen's been my coach, but they take such good care of you. I've just felt very cared for, whether it's try a different approach. I felt very encouraged. And I think it's nice to know you're not alone and you're not doing crazy things. I tried it all, like some stupid keto diet made just for women, fasting, all of it was terrible. Awful. And it was hard, and I didn't have that person just cheering me on from the sideline. So if there were a woman I knew, I mean, I try to sell everybody I know on it. They see me eating my carrots every day and make fun of me, but I'm like, oh, just do it. Once you're in it, you realize how much better you feel, and you feel really cared for.
Oh,
So I
that's
think you guys have a great team.
oh, me too. But thanks for that great
Yeah.
feedback. I think they're great. I really think they're great too. Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much for coming on. That was amazing. And I'm
Yeah.
just so happy to hear that you're going so well and feeling so good and you're loving the strength training. And if you're a woman and you're listening to this, and if you wanted to find out more about the coaching program, I'll drop a link in the show notes. You can book a free call with the team and see if it's a good fit. And as always, take a
Yeah.
screenshot of the podcast episode, share it on Instagram stories, and tag me at KITTYBLOMFIELD. And each month I pick a winner and they get a tub of Saturée Premium Collagen. Thank you so much, Corey, and I will see you in the program.
Yes. Thank you.